am, oh no, actually I am right on time. I don't know how that happened because I should be running 5 minutes late because I started my video and then it just went black on me and I couldn't see anything. So I had to go log out of everything and go back in. So anyway, I'm here. I'm glad to be here. And I hope that you are too. And I hope we have fun tonight. And so welcome to Thursday night Sponge and Stamp Social Hour, where we hang out, we get crafty together and create something fun. So I hope you guys have been having a good week. I am not getting my comments yet, so I don't know. I hope that they do start showing up. I know I'm not seeing my video. It's got all these letters going down, but I can see it over on my streaming service, so I'm okay there. And I'm trying to fix my phone so that I can maybe find comments there. So anyway, I'm sorry, you guys. It's kind of rough tonight. I am crashing a little bit, and my husband says, well, babe, you might need to cancel. I said, I am not canceling. I am going live. I want to be there. I can't let my ladies down. I got to be here, or my guys, whoever's watching. So we're going to get through this. I think I'll be okay once we get started and all that kind of good stuff. But you guys know how it is if you have thyroid issues and Hashimoto, however you say that. I don't, but my things are all swollen today. So I know I'm having a flare up. I thought I was doing much better. Today, not so much. But anyway, I have some really two cute cards to share with you. We're going to be using the, what is it called? I know the name of it, but my brain is just not functioning well. Phrases and Frames. And you guys, you're going to have to bear with me because I can't even talk right today. I'm not saying my words right at all, but hey, hopefully you guys will know what I mean if I say something backwards or whatever. But anyway, we're going to be working with Phrases and Frames tonight. The second card, I'm going to bring in the Olive Flutter. We're just going to be using some butterflies out of there. But for the first card, no, actually, you know what? I think we're going to do the second card first because it's sitting right next to me. So we're going to do that one. So we are going to be bringing in the Olive Flutter. So let me go ahead and put us down to making stuff. And if you guys are commenting, I'm so sorry. I am not getting your comments at all. Not on my phone and not on the computer either. I am so sorry. If you have any questions or whatever, I will go after I end the video. There we are. There's a comment. Yay! Hey, Nelda. So I'm glad you're here. Anyway, if I miss your comment, I do see them. If it's something a question, I will answer it, all that kind of good stuff. So this is the card, one of the cards that we're going to make tonight. And it's an anniversary card. I think it's cute. And I have all the pieces already done for us. But on the second card, I'm going to show how to do it. And because on this card, you know what? Let's go ahead. I'll show you what I did. So I took a piece of designer series paper, and the designer series paper we're using is, what's the name of it? It is, I'll tell you in just a minute. I knew I needed to write something down, but I couldn't remember what it was that I needed to write down. So I'm batting 20 or whatever. Everyday Essentials 12 by 12 designer series paper. I shared it with you guys several weeks ago. So if you want to see it all again, I'll be happy to share it with you. But what I did was I took this die. This is from the Everyday Frame, Phrases and Frames. And I chose this. So this will die cut this, but it will also die cut this at the same time. And I wanted a white one in the center of it. So I die cut one. This isn't big enough, but this is for our butterflies. So I took a white piece that was big enough and I went ahead and die cut the circle out, but I decided that since I had it in there, because for these frames, you know what, let's just go ahead and do it, because I'm afraid that I'm going to confuse you guys because I can't get my words out. All right, so I don't think this one's going to be big enough. Oh, it is. It's going to be just big enough. All right, so let's bring our die cut machine up here. So hopefully you guys can see it. So what I did was I just put this on here. You die cut these normally, just how you would die cut anything. So you have your base plate, your thin die adapter, your clear plate number 3, and then you put your another clear plate. See, clear plate number 3, and you just roll this through. And we should have that die cut. You want to keep this part in your die when you do this part, because this part's what gives it its puffiness. So now I'm only using my base plate and my thin die adapter. I'm going to place the die face up where the cutting blades are facing up. Then you're going to take your impressions plate, which is this just a really thick silicone mat. Then this plate here, number 4, which is what we use for our 3D embossing. And then we're going to run that through. Okay. I hear static, so I'm thinking, is something stuck to something? Piece of tape. All right, so that's what we got. Let me take a pokey tool. All right, so hopefully, see, can you guys see how that is? I'm trying to get, there we go. How that really puffs that up, so it's very detailed. So that cut out this and the white piece, which is where I got this piece from that we're going to use on this card. And then when I did it in the Bubble Bath Designer Series paper, so it's just got a little bit of detail in there. It's hard to see on the computer. I did the same thing, only using the Designer Series paper, and I kept the frame and went ahead and embossed it so that I could use it. And that's why I went ahead and embossed this too, so that I can save this for another card and use it. Now, hopefully that all made sense. So we don't need all of this right now, but we're going to bring it in just a little bit to die cut another piece. Okay. So we do need this, and we do need this. So this card is done with the white frame and then the pink center. But since I had these two pieces, I thought, well, let's do that one reversed. So that's what we're doing, so that we don't waste any paper, because paper is becoming like gold, right? So I got a piece of bubblegum cardstock. It is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, but it doesn't look like I scored this at 4 1/4. I don't think I did. I think I scored it at 4. No, I scored it at 4.5. Oops. That can't be used. All right. We're not going to throw that away, though. We're going to save that because we can use it as layers or for die cutting on another card. So I'm not going to throw that away. Okay, this is just going to go up here. So we're going to go ahead and cut another piece. So I am going to cut this at 5.5. Now, if I was making 2 cards, I would go ahead and put it in portrait and go ahead and score this at 4 1/4. And then I would rotate it and turn and cut it at 5 1/2, but I don't need 2 cards, not right now. So we're gonna put that piece aside. Then we're gonna come in here and we're gonna score this at 4 1/4, not 4 1/2, not 4, 4 1/4. There we go. We're gonna fold this in half. There's that one folder. It's right where it's supposed to be. All right. All right, and then I have this piece here. This is from the same designer series pack. This is gonna be 4 inches by 5 1/4, and that's gonna get glued down right on top of there. So let's go ahead and do that. Hey, Melinda. Hey, Carol. How are you guys? I'm so excited. They're on the computer, so it's gonna be easier for me. Yay! Hope you guys are doing well. All right, you guys, so last week I forgot to do the card giveaway. So we're just gonna let that one be bygones. But this week, tonight, we're gonna do it. But we're gonna do something a little different, I think. Because the number things seem to be, it's confusing for myself and everybody. So I think what I'm gonna do is whoever comments, I'm going to write your name down on a little piece of paper. Hopefully I have a scrap piece of paper up here, which I do. And then at the end, I'm going to do a drawing to see whose name we draw. Does that sound like a plan? I think it do. All right, there we go. And I've got this piece of paper right here. And I've got a pencil. We'll just use a pencil. And I will write all the names down. All right, so then we're going to do reverse, so it's going to be like this. And then I think instead of doing yellow butterflies, because I did these, I cut, and I don't want to waste them. I already did these because that's what I was going to put on here, but I didn't like it. And I thought, well, maybe they'll look a little better on here with the white and the pink frame. So, and I think they do. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put those on there like that. All right. And then at the end, when we finish this card, you guys can tell me which one you like best. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm using Misty Moonlight. We're going to stamp our sentiment. It still should be blocked, and it is right here. This is anniversaries are for celebrating the joy of today and the memories of yesterday and the hope of tomorrow. So, and it fits perfectly in this die cut piece right here. So we are going to go ahead, try to, hopefully I've got this centered. If not, we're going to go with it anyway. It's a little high, but I'm all right with that. Maybe we'll put our butterfly up a little higher. Now the tricky part, and it may not be tricky for you, but it is for me, is getting all of this straight and even. So what I do is I go ahead and I'm going to glue this down, and I'm going to put enough glue on here to give myself some wiggle room, because I need wiggle room. So I figure if I can get this straight, just like that, I think it looks pretty good. I don't know. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Of course, I think I see crooked, you guys. I really do. Okay, I have these pieces here. These are just some ends of this. Well, maybe they're going to come apart on me. Let's bring this one in. So I'm just going to cut. Well, where did they go? They all were right here just a minute ago. Oh, well. All right. I don't have everything in my basket, in baskets tonight, so that's going to throw me off too. It's just... All right. So I just cut a thin little strip, and then I'm just going to cut this in half. And I'm going to put that right in the center here, just to give that a little support, because we're going to pop this part up. And Nelda likes the blue butterflies. You were out of town last week. I hope it was for good reasons. And I apologize. I'm sure you told me, Nelda, but for the life of me, I'm struggling to remember things. I gotta leave me post-it notes everywhere so that I don't forget things, dates and things I'm supposed to have done and do. And it's been a trip. All right. I should put my glasses on. They're right here on this table too, so I could see a little better. Whoops. Got that. Here we go. Let's put this one on there. Okay. I'm breathing in and I'm breathing out. All right. And then what we're going to do, just so I can put some support in the corners, is I'm going to use the mini dimensionals, and I'm going to stick one in each corner because they fit perfect. And then that will give that a little pop. A little pop. Okay. Actually, I'm kind of glad that things haven't been going so smoothly this time, because if they went really smoothly, I'm afraid I'd already be done, because these cards are pretty easy. But I think they're very pretty, and they're great. You don't have to make it an anniversary card either. You can make it a thinking of you, a get well, a birthday. Come on, don't give me a fit here. All right, so now this is the tricky part, is getting this on here straight, because I don't know that I can. I thought this would be easier, but it's really not. So the easier thing to do for me would be to put the frame down first, and then I can slide my sentiment in there, and then I can place my butterflies to kind of hide some crookedness. Because see, this isn't gonna, I don't know what I was thinking. I just thought this would be easier. Thought wrong. It won't be the first time. It won't be the last time. Do you guys ever do that? Think a certain way is going to be easier, and then it's not, and we're about to go with this because I'm not going to fiddle with it. There we go. So that's in there. So you can see a little bit down here. It's a little crooked, but you know what? We are going to put a big butterfly right there, and nobody will know any different, right? So I'm going to put a little glue right in here and right in here. Not right down there. Come on. Come on, glue. Come on. All right. So we're going to put a big butterfly right here. And then that kind of hides that just a little bit. We're going to go over a little more. Just like that. And then nobody will even know that I put that in there crooked. And then we're going to put some more glue right here. They kill me. Remember that show? Those of you who are old enough, I probably shouldn't say it because it gives my age away. But lately, I'm going to look at my age. Okay, so remember that show, Alf, Elf, Alf, Elf, Alf, Alf. And he goes, I killed me. That's how I feel. All right. There we go. We're done. Oh, no, we're not. We've got to put some little rhinestones. You can put little pink ones. You can do little blue ones if you want. You could even put orange on there if you wanted to. It may not match, but you could do it. All right. Can you guys tell I am tired because I'm a little silly. All right. We're going to put some rhinestones on there just to give it a little bling bling. And we're done, except for the inside. But I didn't prep for the inside. But you could just take a piece of this beautiful designer series paper. This is light enough to where you really do not need a center, but if you wanted it to be fancy, you most certainly could. And just take some designer series paper, which I didn't cut any, so, and just put strip there. You can stamp your butterflies, whatever you wanted to do. Stamp another sentiment, like you could put from this set right here, we used this, and then you could put happy anniversary in the inside. All right, so tell me which one you guys like better. Do you like the yellow butterflies or the blue and pink butterflies? I think this is brighter and fun, but this is like more mellow. A wedding in North. That's right. You were going to a wedding, Nelda. I hope you had a good time. Every time, Melinda says, every time I try to interact with everybody, my husband's cat that's currently in my lap gets annoyed and whacks me with his tail. Oh, Carol says, we have all been there. Yes, sister, we have, haven't we? Pretty card. Thank you so very much. You guys let me know which one's your favorite. The yellow or the blue butterflies? All right. Next card up. Oh, let me give you a sample of another card that I did, but I did it a little differently. Can't remember if I shared this with you or not. I don't think I did, but if I did, it was well over a month ago. But this is the same pack of designer series paper, which, what was it? The Essentials pack, 12 by 12. And I layered it with some white cardstock. And then we did our frame, but no sentiment in the inside. I took, I die cut this frame out, which cuts out this circle. And I used that circle to make my sentiment here. And then we just did some pretty, I think these are Calypso coral butterflies. I put some Wink of Stella, I don't know if you can see it or not, on there, and some little rhinestones. So that's another way that you can use those frames too. I will be using them more so that you guys can get some good ideas. All right, so let's move this stuff out of the way. And actually, hopefully I did. So we're going to use this one next. And let me bring in the card. This is a really simple card too. And it's just really showing off the designer series paper, which I think is absolutely, oh, Melinda likes the sample. Thank you guys. Thank you. You like both? Aw. So here's one right here. I'm going to hold it up a little closer so that you can see there is a little tiny bit of detail. You can see how this is puffed up here. So we're going to do that again. And then I just used this 1/2 inch piece of cardstock. This is Lost Lagoon, but isn't this paper beautiful? And I put the, it's the new pink, I want to say Blushing Bride, but that's not it. That's a retired color. Barely Blush. It's Barely Blush. Little butterflies in there. Aren't those butterflies? They're sold out again. And I'm not sure when they're going to be back in, but they're so beautiful. All right. Let's get going with this one. So we have Lost Lagoon. We have a piece of cardstock. I don't think I scored this one. So let's go ahead and bring in this trimmer and score this at 4 1/4. You could just fold it in half if you wanted to, but I like to score mine. All right, we scored that at 4 1/4. We're gonna fold that in half. And we are gonna burnish that. Just like so. Then this piece is 4 by 5 1/4. And it's gonna go like this. And that's why it looks off, because I was going to do this the same way we did the other card in landscape mode. And I'm like, that paper looks sideways, and it's because it was. So we're going to do this. And I think I cut this wrong. Wait, I think this might be too big. Huh, it is. Let's go ahead and trim this. This should be 5 1/2. So we're going to cut that at 5 1/2, just like so. There we go. And then this is going to go on there, just like so. I love Lost Lagoon. Do you guys like Lost Lagoon? I love it. All right. Put that on there. I probably put more than I needed, but again, I want to give myself some wiggle room. Which sometimes, even when I give myself wiggle room, I still don't get it on straight. Okay, there we go. So that's done. Then we're going to take this piece of strip. It's a 1/2 inch by 4 inches. And it's just going to go right across there, right across the middle. You could do it more towards the bottom if you want to. You could even do it more towards the top if you want to. But I'm going to keep it pretty much centered. So I'm going to put a little glue on this. Just like that. And I'm going to bring this down. I try to use my grid paper lines, but it doesn't always work for me. Because I see it here and I line it up there. But then by the time I get over here, I lose my line. I can't help it. I do. And that looks way high. I did not want it that high. So let's bring it down a little. Now it's really crooked. I should have just left it alone. Oh, me. All right. All right, there we go. I'm going with that. All right, so we need to cut 2. We need to cut 1 in the Lost Lagoon and then 1 in the white so that we could get the center. But I'm going to go ahead and emboss this while it's in the die, so that if I want one that's white, it's already cut for me and embossed. Okay, so we're to cut it, we do it the same way. And you know what? I think that I can't do them both at the same time. Shucks. Thought I was going to do them both at the same time. Nope. No go. All right, so we're going to cut that. And we don't need that. And we don't need this plate. I'm going to carefully lift this up. I'm going to put that right there, just like so. This we don't need. And here is our sentiment piece. Uh-oh, I dropped it. There's our sentiment piece right there. Okay. Then I need my precision plate. And we're going to carefully sit that on top of there. And then we need our plate number 4. And I was told that if you spritz your paper lightly with some water, that it will puff even more. But I don't seem to have a problem with it embossing nicely for me, so I haven't done it. I don't think I've done it. Maybe I did it when I first got them and was playing with them. You know what? I think I did, and I think it was this big die that I did spritz with water. All right, and there we go. Oh, you can't see it. There we go, in the white. It's so pretty. So I'm going to save that because we may need a white one, a white label. So now I'm going to put my clear plate on there because we're going to cut this, and my die, and then my clear plate number 3 again. And we're going to crank this through. Got a rogue piece of hair that keeps tickling my nose. Okay. Okay. There we go. Toss this. And save this piece because you never know what you might find a use for it. And then, oh, that's all I need to do. Okay, so we're going to remove that. We're going to leave these 2 pieces, the 1 and 2 on there. And we're going to place this face up where your cutting is facing up. You're going to put your silicone mat on here, or the precision plate is the real name for it. And our plate number 4. My sister, she doesn't know it yet, but she's going to be doing some die cutting. She know it now. All right. There we go. And then we're going to move this stuff out of the way because we're done with this. We are so done. Oh, I didn't show you guys, which you probably already know because I think I used them a while ago. But our butterflies, not only can you stamp them, there are 2 stamps. Well, you don't have to do a 2 stamp, but there's a couple of different butterflies in here. So there's this one, and there's this one, and then there's this plain one. And this plain one is like a filler if you just want to do simple and just stamp the filler in there. Or you could just stamp them plain if you want to, which I can't wait. I got a card idea. I'm not sure when I'm going to do it for you guys because I don't want to burn you out on the butterflies. But just like I don't want to burn you out on the, what's the name of that beautiful set? Waterside Retreat. Waterside Relax. Relaxing Waterside. That one. And then we're going to stamp on that. And that's going to go right in there like so. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to stamp in. We got to block this up. I'm going to stamp that in. I'm going to go ahead and just take this off. Lost Lagoon. Put that right like so. We're going to pull in our Lost Lagoon. She says, I heard you. Maniacal laugh. All right, so here we go. We're just going to try to center that the best we can. And there we go. Beautiful. And I'm really having a hard time keeping up with my comments. Either card, both are gorgeous, like both, blue and pink. Okay. Love that paper. No, the paper's gorgeous, isn't it? Beautiful. It's a beautiful design. All right. What was I doing? Oh, we're going to bring this over here. And I'm going to lay this, I'm going to put this up first. Of course, this is easy. I just follow along here. Make sure that the points are centered in my strip of cardstock right here. We're going to just use 4. We're going to use 4 of the larger dimensionals, and I think that that's probably plenty. This is so skinny, I don't think you could really, you probably could, but man, would it be tedious. Okay, so, and I don't think it needs it because it's not that long. And we're going to pop these off, the backs off of these. And then I'm just going to place this where I want it, right there. So let's go ahead and do that. And right there. Looks pretty straight to me. Then we're going to put some glue on here. And this is going to slide right in here. And then we can just kind of manipulate it a little bit so that it, there, that looks great. Happy with that. All right, and then the next thing that I did was I took some of those beautiful little butterflies that are on back order right now, but they are coming back. Uh-oh. Well, what did I do with them? Here they are. All right, so I can get them out. Silly me. All right, so we're going to do this and do this. And we're going to bring in our pokey tool because there's my, I think I just saw it. And I'm going to use the Barely Blush, and I'm using the larger ones because I feel like the smaller ones get kind of lost on here. And I'm going to put that right here like so. And then we're going to put another one, maybe right here. And another one probably about here. We could put it closer. No, I think I'm going to put it right about here. Right there. Just like that. And you could put, see, I'll hold it up and you can see them. It's so hard to see it on the camera, but it's not in person. It's not in person. Okay. And we could have used these. These would work too. These are the Peaceful Pine, but it's so close to this color that it works. But I just thought it was too much. Too much. Lost Lagoon. All right, so I have a little piece of linen thread here, and I'm going to try to tie a double bow. Hopefully I have enough here to do it. If I don't, we'll just tie a single bow. We're going to do just like so, maybe. There are some things that I don't like to do, and one of them is tying bows while I'm filming. I don't like it. But hey, look, we got it. We did it. We did it. Okay. There we go. And then we're just going to clip this. These are not my ribbon scissors. Although my ribbon scissors aren't sharp anymore. I need to get some new ones. I'm going to trim this down quite a bit. Like right there. See? Ooh, not sharp. And then this is going to go right here, just like that. You know what? I think maybe we will put some little ones on there. I had to stop and think and make sure that I didn't need them for something else because I can't order them right now because they're on back order. All right, so we might bring in some little ones because I'm thinking that maybe it just might be a good idea. I did a really good job tying that bow because usually I have one ugly side and one pretty side, and they both looked identical. And no, they both weren't ugly. All right, because I'm thinking that we'll just play with it and see what we think. You know, you probably could even use Calypso Coral because Calypso Coral and Lost Lagoon really complement each other too. I'm thinking that maybe we can stick a little butterfly right on that, like so. And then we can take another little butterfly and maybe put it where you guys think it should go, because I don't know. Kind of like that. Let's do that. Just turn it that way. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Here, let me see if you guys can see it a little better this way. All right, maybe you can. Well, if I can get it in the camera, there we go. Not really. You can see them in person though. It's just like this very faint pink butterflies fluttering around. Anyway, so I'm not gonna fool with that. So that's that card. All right, you guys. I would ask you which one you like better, but there's not a whole lot of difference except for there's 2 more butterflies. But do you like the extra butterflies or no? And then I am going to write these names down here. So we have Nelda and we have Carol and we have Melinda. And we have, I thought there was somebody else. I guess not. Let me make sure. We have Nelda, Melinda, Carol. Okay. And I meant to write each one of you down on a separate piece of paper, not on the same paper. So we'll cross out Carol and Melinda. And that is Nelda. And then we have Carol. And we'll fold that up like so. Come on, fold. I'm trying to fold them the exact same way too. And then we have Melinda. Okay. Just like so. Just like so. Oh, I forgot to mention to you guys. So if you're watching the replay, our card class is this Saturday, so it's not too late to register if you want to come. And if you've never been, we'd love to have you join us. We have a lot of fun. And come join us. Okay, so, and it is this Saturday at 10:30 at my house. So all the information is in the registration. And if you would like a link to the registration, just reach out to me and I will let you have it. I will give it to you. I will send it to you. I'll let you have it. That sounds like I'll let you have it. No, just kidding. All right, here we go. So I am mixing these up and I honestly don't remember who was who because they pretty much look the same. Let me go ahead and put it back down to making stuff so you guys can see. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, let's, now I'm going to close my eyes and pick one. Okay, here we go. All right, so who is the winner? Carol, you are the winner. Congratulations. Let me know which one of these cards you want, you would like to have. Just let me know. Yay. Yay. I know I got you down. I registered for you because you asked me to. Love this idea in card. Could use a number of sentiments on the insert. Yes, you most certainly could. All right. Let's see here. Carol will just let me know which one she would like for me to send to her. And again, we use the Phrases and Frames stamp set and dies, the bundle there. And we use the bundle for all of Flutter. I didn't actually stamp the butterflies, but that is what I used. And we use the Essential Pack of Designer Series paper, the 12 by 12, which is the only size it comes in. It doesn't come in 6 by 6, 12 by 12. All right. Yay, you guys. I can't wait. I think you're going to enjoy the cards. At least I hope so. And for the card class too, I think you're going to like them. We got 2 masculines and 1 feminine. All right. I think that's it. I believe so. So let me go back up here. All right, you guys, I am going to sign off now. And I want to thank you so very much for spending this time with me on here and getting crafty together. And I hope to see many of you at class. And I will definitely see Nelda and Melinda at class. And Carol, I wished you lived closer so that you could come too. Let me see here. Anything else? No major announcements. Oh, the June product of the month is now available. It is adorable. I know it's got Bunch in the name, but it's really cute. Some little critters in there. It's really cute. Anything else? I don't think so. So I will see. Oh, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some good little tickles and laughs. And if you enjoyed the video, please give me a big thumbs up because it really does help my video and the algorithms with YouTube and Facebook. So you guys commenting, liking, sharing, all that jazz, it really does help my channel. And if you haven't subscribed, I hope that you do so. And I will see you guys same time, same place next week. Bye.